Okay, guys, I'm going to do activity 2.2, number 3, 1-point perspective drawing of one of the objects between 3, 4, and 5. I have on here the guide sheet. I'm going to have to modify the guide sheet. The box that appears on here does a poor representation. If you can see the right side here, it's 2 blocks wide by 2 blocks tall, and the front is 3 blocks wide by 2 blocks tall. Difficulty with that, of course, is the spacing. So this is kind of spaced poorly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this into thirds. I'm going to come a third of the way up and go up here. I'll come 2/3 of the way up and go there. And then I'm going to divide it into thirds. Now here, the first third is going to be a little shorter than the second third, which is going to be a little shorter than the third third. So I tried to make this the shortest line, this the next shortest line, and this the longest line. Now I got that, so that would take a 3x2, and it just filled it down here. It'll fill the bottom 2. The problem is my width is only 2, so I want to kind of extend that, and I'm going to modify my box. I'm going to make a line here and a line here. I'll continue horizontal lines over to here to help grid this off. And that's all I'm going to use. This is going to be the part of the box that I'm going to use. So I've modified this down. So this over here is bad. So I'm going to put an X over here. I'm not going to use any of that. Once I have this done, it becomes pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay out this face here. That face there, which touches the outside of the box, is going to be represented by, oops, I'm going to undo that, make that line a little straighter. I apologize. It's a little easier to do it by hand, actually, with a straight edge than on this program. I'm going to go ahead and do this one here, which I'm going to do all the faces that touch the outside of the box. That's how I'm going to start my layout, because once I get that, it becomes a lot easier to visualize. And then this one also touches the top of the box, and I noticed that I need one more line from here up to there. And then that will also be a line there, and a line there, and a line there, which will help me quite a bit. All right, so let me change back to a object line. So then, oh dear, I've messed that up a little bit. I got to put in one more construction line, which would go from there to there. Okay, so now looking at this face right here, that's going to be this one here. All right. Okay. Now, basically now I just got to fill in some lines. So I certainly need some more guidelines. For instance, this line is going to drop down, but how far does it drop down? And it'll help significantly if I add a couple of construction lines. If I draw this one straight across and this one going up to there, that will help me significantly. Those are going to become lines. I'm going to go ahead now and I can drop off this corner. So doing this line right there, that drops down until it meets the horizontal line extended over from that, which is this line. So I can fill that in. And then I can fill in this line with that. I want to put in this line next, which I'm going to go ahead and add a construction line going from here to the point there, and I'll add this one coming over horizontally. That's going to define some points for me. I'm going to go ahead and I'll draw that up to there, that across to there. This one will continue down to hit that. Starting to get pretty good. Now this comes over until it meets that line coming down from that vertically. So it's going to ride that line there until it comes down and hits that line there. There it goes there. Let's see. That would be a continuation of that line. This one comes down how far? Well, I got to do another intersection. So that will come down to meet that line and go over there, and those will connect like that. So I don't like that last line. Isn't really on a construction line. I'll add a construction line quickly and see if I can't tidy that up a little bit. Yeah, that's going high. So what I'm going to do is come off this a time. Oh, I got to change the color. Come off this a little bit. Go a little high to that. And that'll give me the appearance of that 1-point perspective. I don't believe it's my finest work, but considering some of you need to turn this in here at the end of the 9 weeks, I'll come back and revisit and try to do a little bit better job in a second attempt.